everyone, my name's Michelle and this is my channel Sewing Bunny, and this is my first video of 2023. So happy new year everyone. And if you had been watching my Vlogmas during December, then thank you so much. It was so lovely having everyone's comments and just interacting with you all over December. I love doing Vlogmas. It's so nice having you guys follow along with me, and yes, just want to say thank you so much to everyone that did watch Vlogmas. Now, if you did watch the last kind of couple of days of Vlogmas, I wasn't very well. I have to admit, I think when I watched back Christmas Eve, I think I just like towards the end, I just looked like a right mess. Unfortunately, myself and Stuart had come down with some sort of weird cold flu thing. It wasn't COVID, but it was just, yeah, some horrible bug that was going round. And unfortunately, all over Christmas and New Year, we just felt pants, I think is probably the best way of explaining it. So we were just pyjamas, blankets with the cats. We didn't really go out and do anything. And so I kind of didn't feel like doing any sewing, any recording or anything like that. So it has been a couple of weeks since you've probably seen my face. But yes, Happy New Year to everyone. Now, you may see from the title of this thumbnail that I'm having a little pause of my sewing. Now, please don't worry, I'm not going to stop sewing. I'm not going to stop doing anything on my YouTube channel. I just kind of wanted to explain why I'm having a little break from sewing. So I found in December that I was finding it quite difficult, you know, kind of having time to sew. I mean, December is quite a busy month, I know, for a lot of people anyway. And I did manage to get quite a lot sewn up. I mean, I did get like 3 or 4 things actually sewn up. So, you know, I'm not saying that I didn't do very well at all. But I just kind of didn't feel that sewing was, you know, at the front of, you know, how like normally it is. Like usually sewing is in the very front of my mind. It's something that I do to actually relax, and I don't know why, but I just kind of felt that it was almost becoming a little bit of a chore. Not so much, but it just kind of felt like, oh, I've got these plans, I've said I was going to do it, and I kind of feel like, you know, I had to, you know, get some sewing done, not for, you know, YouTube content or anything like that, but it was more for me. It was like, I've said that I wanted to make these things, and you know, I mean, I did make most of the things, but I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But I felt like in my head, I feel like I need to get more organised. So what I'm doing is I'm having a break in January. I'll see how I go. I might end up sewing, I might wait until February, you know, I'll see how it goes. But I'm thinking I need to get myself organised because my wardrobe is absolutely rammed, cluttered. I need to organise my wardrobe to kind of see where the gaps are. What have I got? What have I not got? It might help me with my sewing plans to kind of think, what do I actually need or what do I want, you know, because I am kind of thinking, you know, I have got a lot of stuff in my wardrobe that I don't wear. And I feel that every time I open up my wardrobe and I think I want to make something me-made, so I want to wear something me-made, but I'm not reaching for certain things, but I keep seeing it in there. And I keep thinking, I need to wear that at some point, and I'm not really getting the opportunity to kind of wear them. So I think I need to declutter. I need to get rid of some of my old me-mades that I don't wear, which for me is really, really difficult to do. I do not get rid of anything that I've made because to me it's special, it's precious, and I don't want to give it away. But I am going to do it. I'm going to give some bits and bobs to my mum, because I know there's some bits that my mum will like. And also I am going to give some bits to charity. Now, with charity shops, I have known in the past that some charity shops do take me-made items and some don't because of like labelling and things like that. So I'll just have to be a little bit careful about where I send my things to charity. But I need to do it. I need to declutter my wardrobe. So I need to take out the me-mades that I don't wear anymore and only keep the stuff that I'm actually going to wear. So that's my plan. Also, just with everything else, all like my ready to wear, I mean, to be honest, I'm not precious about ready to wear. I don't know why I'm so precious about Me Mades. I think because I've spent time and I like the fabric and then things like that. Whereas ready to wear, I'm not sentimental about it at all. I'm like, yep, that can go, that can go. So I do need to do a declutter of my ready to wear as well. But also just general wardrobe organisation. I think I'm going to maybe have a look at some wardrobe sort of organisation sort of solutions. Maybe sort of like fabric boxes or, you know, just shelving, things like that. Just to try and make it a bit more usable for me. Because at the moment, I'm kind of just piling things up in, you know, lots of piles. I'm trying to pull stuff out. It falls over, goes everywhere. I'm sure lots of people can sympathise with that. And yeah, I just think I need to rejiggle things around to make it better for me. And I'm thinking if I start there at my wardrobe, then that is the first step of, you know, decluttering, you know, everything, even with my sewing. I kind of hope that makes sense. Secondly is my sewing room. My sewing room is a pigsty. I used to be so good at keeping my sewing room clean, tidy, organised. You know, for a good sort of 2 years, my sewing room was just a beautiful, tidy space. Now, it is not. It is disgusting. I have literally pattern pieces, bits of fabric, you know, scraps, you know, other bits of crafting just dotted around everywhere. I will insert a picture of my Kallax unit because at the moment that is literally what it looks like. It is just literally things shoved wherever I can go. And that is basically the same across the rest of my sewing room. And I don't know why I have let it slip that much. I mean, I think I do know why. I think it's because I love sewing so much that I'm just literally moving on to the next project each time and I'm not tidying up afterwards. Beforehand, I used to make a project or two and then I'd go stop, tidy up, make another project, stop, tidy up. And I don't know why, but I've stopped doing that. And I've just literally been grabbing, you know, new projects and, you know, things like that and not doing that stop, tidy. And I think for me, I need that. I need to be in an organised space. I know a lot of people might disagree and, you know, they might say, well, you know, a tidy crafting room is not a proper crafting room, which I do totally get. But for me, I like to come into my sewing room. I like to chill. And as they say, you know, if you're cluttered around you, then your mind also, I think, subconsciously gets cluttered. And I think that's really how I'm feeling. I just need to get organised. So I'm going to spend January organising my sewing room as well. So making sure that my fabric is actually nice and neatly folded up, because I just, some bits are just literally just shoved in. I used to have a really nice system of new fabrics coming in that needed washing and then I'd put them away, whereas now I've got, you know, unwashed things with washed things and I've got to try and remember, you know, what ones I've washed, what ones I haven't. And just things like my threads and things, you know, the amount of times I've thought I've had a colour thread because, you know, I used to have an organisation for that. And when I've come to a project, I haven't, and it's delayed a project. And of course, that's then caused more clutter in my brain. So yeah, I need my sewing space to be my sanctuary. So that is why I'm having a little mini break from sewing. Is I'm going to try and do a little bit of, I don't know, like psychology and for myself of kind of saying, we're not going to do any sewing, Michelle, until you've got yourself sorted, until you've organised your wardrobe and you've organised your sewing room so that your wardrobe and your sewing room are a nice, safe space to, you know, kind of sew and feel calm. And then you can sew to your heart's content. At least that's how I work. I totally appreciate that it might not work for everybody, but I wanted to kind of share my thoughts because I can imagine this time of year might be quite similar for a lot of other people where, you know, it's a new year. Maybe you do want to get, you know, things sorted and organised. And I just thought I'd share it in case anyone else was feeling the same, because yes, I feel the same as well. It's not that I've lost my sojo. I know that a lot of people might have that issue as well, but I think if you have lost your sojo, then this is also a really good exercise to do, is to just get yourself completely clutter free and you know, get organised. How many times can I say clutter free and organised? So yeah, that's why I'm gonna have a little break. Now, I did say I'm not having a break from YouTube. I'm not having a break. You guys are still going to see my face because I still have lots of inspiration going on in my mind when it comes to sewing. I'm actually genuinely excited of getting myself kind of all tidy and everything, so that then I can go, oh, now let the sewing commence. So I am going to be sharing with you my November and December makes, because yes, I made things in November and December and I haven't shared them with you yet. Also my make 9 from 2022. I'll let you know how I got on last year with my plans. I also have some plans for this year's Make 9. Now, I know a lot of YouTubers have probably done their Make 9 videos kind of early January. Mine will probably come out maybe towards the end of January, because I like to take my Make 9 kind of like in a certain way. I like to kind of break it up into different sort of sections and things. And I've got most of it sorted. There's a few bits that I'm still thinking about. So I will do that. If I do buy any fabric or anything like that, obviously I will do fabric hauls. I haven't bought anything yet because, again, I just want to kind of go stop and organise. So yeah, I must admit, even in all the sales, I've been, you know, looking through going, oh yes, you know, oh, I would love that, I'd love that. But in the back of my mind, I've gone, no, organise and tidy before you get anything else, which is actually a really nice feeling. And then, yes, I do want to also share, if you are interested, everything that I made in 2022. Might be a long video, but I thought I would do a quick whistle stop tour of everything that I made in 2022. So if you are interested in that, then do let me know. And of course, when I am organised and tidy, because I'm the sort of person, if I say I'm going to do it on my YouTube channel, then that gives me the extra push to go, yes, Michelle, come on, you said you're going to do it, so do it. I will also show you maybe what I've done with my wardrobe and what I've done with my sewing room. I did do a sewing room tour back in the very, very, very early days of my YouTube channel, which is a bit cringy, the early ones, but I thought maybe I could do an update. So when my sewing room is nice and tidy and organised, I can do a little sewing room tour again. So let me know if you'd be interested in that. Any items that I do give to charity or give to friends or family and things, you know, would you guys like to know what items I have, you know, given away and why? Would that be something you'd like to see? To be honest, I'm open to sort of lots of feedback on that. I did say that my sew-alongs were going to be on hold, so yep, they will be on hold a little bit longer, just because, yep, as I say, January is going to be a bit of a no-sew month for me, so they may pick up again. I'm sure they will pick up again February, sort of, you know, March sort of time. I'm sure that they will pick up again, because again, once I've got myself tidied up, then I'll have much more time in my head to be able to dedicate to that. So yes, just a little bit of a short and sweet sort of video from me, really kind of explaining that, and yeah, I hope that that's okay. And I mean, well, if it isn't, then it's what I'm doing. I'm just like rambling now, I think. So I'm going to leave it there for today, and yes, I guess I will catch up with you in my next video. I think I'm going to actually probably record my what my Make 9 was in 2022 and how I got on with that. I think I'll do that next, so that video can be ready for you as well. Okay, well, let me know what you think. Is anyone else feeling the same? I'd love to know. And or if there's any sort of tips and tricks that you have for your wardrobe organisation or your sewing room organisation, I would love to know. I'd love to be able to hear what you think. Okay, well, take care everybody, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.